Hey friends, I have not done this very many times, so this is kind of new for me, but I'm going to try to make a how-to video for some of you. Several of you have commented that you tried to listen to the worship services and the other things that we've streamed online, and it's just not loud enough. And first of all, I wanted you to know that we have worked hard at trying to improve our signal and to make sure that we're sending out a signal that is as loud as we can get it without it starting to distort. So we're sending a good signal from our end, but there's a lot of things that happen in between us and you. For example, we're running it through a third party called Boxcast, and we're not exactly sure what they're doing, if we think the signal's being reduced there a little bit. But the other thing is, most of the time I have found out after talking with people that it's simply either a misunderstanding of how they're plugging things up on their end, or just expectations. There is no way that your little iPhone or iPad is going to produce the same sound levels that the sound system in the sanctuary does. But there are some things that we can do to make it better. First of all, you notice on, let me see if I can do this real quick with mine. All right, I'm using my iPhone to record, but on your iPad or iPhone, you've got this little input jack, okay? That's where you can take the sound out of that and go into a speaker or something else. Now, almost all of you will have headphones of some type. And just to be honest with you, if it's just you at the house, I would suggest watching on your phone and listening through the headphones, or watching on your iPad and listening to the headphones. You will get the best sound that's possible in that way. You'll actually, it's funny, I've watched some of our services on the headphones and said, I can't even hear the bass guitar. You plug in a set of, I've watched it on my iPhone, can't even hear the bass guitar, can't hear some of the low end vocals or some of the things that the keyboard's doing, and all of a sudden I plug in a pair of headphones and I hear it all. Now, some of you might want to listen to the service with your husband, wife, brothers, sisters, kids, family. So that doesn't really work. You can't just use one set of headphones. Well, there's a couple of options. First of all, you may have an old set of computer speakers laying around. Oftentimes when we get rid of those desktops and we buy laptops, we oftentimes have a pair of those speakers, the ones that kind of sit like this on either side of the screen, and they have wires that run together and then into a small input that is roughly that size, okay? And that you could use. You would have to plug those speakers in because they require power, and then you would take that and plug that into your iPad or your iPhone, and those speakers could work for your iPad or iPhone. Now, some of you may be a little fancier, and you may have what's called a Bluetooth speaker. And if you've got one of these, it can actually receive a signal from your iPad or your iPhone wirelessly. You don't have to have any wires. However, they do also have an input. I don't know if you can see it here, but see that little symbol right there, and that input on this one, I can take, well, I had it here a minute ago. What did I do with it? Here it is. See, I could take a cable like this. I got this one out of my car. My car is an older car and it doesn't have Bluetooth. So if I ever take my phone and I want to plug it into my car radio, then I have to use something like this, and it's basically just a long cord, and I plug this end into my iPhone and this end into the radio in the car, and all of a sudden I get sound through the speakers in the car and can turn up the volume there. Same type scenario with this little speaker. You turn the speaker on, And notice a little blue light comes on this one, and I could plug this into the speaker and this other end into the iPad or the iPhone and get a lot more volume, enough volume that I could have people sitting in the living room and they'd be able to hear it through this. Now, that's if you're wanting to watch video on your iPad or your iPhone. Or some of that would also work with a laptop. It would be the same scenario. However, someone this week told me that they were using HDMI cables to connect their laptop to their TV. Now, I'm going to turn let's see if I can turn my camera around real quick. How do I do that? Well, can't do that. All right. I use, and it's going to be backwards. Yeah, my camera's going to mirror it. So this is a Roku, and this is what I use to stream most of my TV in. And in the back of that Roku is a plug that looks like this. It's called an HDMI cable. Okay, and it runs from the back of my Roku to my TV. Now, if you have something like that, or you have a TV that will receive an HDMI signal and you've got an HDMI cable laying around, you can plug one end of the HDMI cable into your TV and the other end into a laptop that has an HDMI out. It would be something on the side of your laptop that would look something like this. You may even have a desktop computer that has an HDMI out. If you do, and your cable's long enough, depending on where your TV's located and your desktop is, you could run one of these from the computer to your TV, and it would show video and audio. Now, some of you have been having trouble with the audio side, and I'm going to explain that in just a few minutes. But some of you said, yeah, it sends video, but my audio is still coming through my phone or my laptop or my iPad or whatever it is. And that's merely a setting that you have to fix. All right, now, you can use your iPhone and your iPad to run to the TV. Now, this is a device you probably won't have laying around unless you've ever bought one. And if you bought one, you probably already know how to use it. But some of you just don't know this is available. This is a little converter. And let me set the phone down here for a second. And what this does is in the newer iPhones and the newer iPads, they have what's called a lightning cable or a lightning plug-in. And this little deal plugs into the bottom of that or into your phone, and then you can see, then it will receive an HDMI cable right here. And let's say you want to run HDMI, you can go straight out of your iPhone or your iPad and it will show on your TV. Now, the other thing, you say, well, what's that other little thing for? Well, let's say I want to show something off of my iPad on my TV, but my iPad's about to run out of juice. Well, in that way, you can, still have this plugged into a wall socket, and then the other end of your lightning cable can go into that little deal there. And then this, you would connect your HDMI here, so your iPad or iPhone is sending a signal out to HDMI, plus it's being charged at the same time. So that's what this little deal is. And to be honest with you, I bought this on the internet. You can buy them at the Apple Store. Obviously, that's going to be an issue right now. But for some of you that are really depending on this to connect to your church, talk with, if you've got younger children, grown children maybe in their 20s, 30s, check around. Maybe somebody's got one of these that they would let you use. And this is something that cost about $20, and it is something that's very useful. Now, the other thing is those little cables, these little lightning cables that you probably got when you got your iPhone or iPad, they have a way of disappearing. Also, these other cables, like I was talking about, this little speaker cable that plugs into one side, these things are available at a lot of places. You can buy them at gas stations. You can buy them. I would bet that even the pharmacies may have this stuck back somewhere, and you could even go to the drive-thru and maybe pick up one of these if you think that would help. Now, I'm going to switch to my laptop video to show you how to set those settings so that you can get your sound going through the HDMI. I just unplugged the Roku. Now I'm going to, I told you about plugging it into the laptop. I'm going to make sure it's the right way. And I've plugged it into my laptop. Now, when that happens, you hear that little bling that takes place. That's because the laptop just recognized that another video source was plugged in. And let me just turn the camera around here, and you can see that now that is showing up on my TV. Okay, so now that we have our laptop connected to our TV, we're going to make sure that both video and sound are going to the TV. And we're going to come down to this lower left corner to the Start menu. We're going to click on that. And then we're going to go up to this little symbol here that says Settings. Click there. Now we're going to go up to where it says Sound. We're going to click on that. All right, now you'll notice that mine automatically went to LG TV. So in other words, it's choosing the output device. It's saying I want the sound signal to go through the HDMI to the TV. However, some of you may find that when you click on that output that it's showing speaker, headphone, or something like that. And what you're going to need to do is go in and select that and change it to your device that you want to watch it on, so that it sends the sound to your TV. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you guys is where are these services other than on Facebook, because some of you are not on Facebook, and so I am going to show you a couple of things right now. Let me make sure that I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Good. All right, if you open up a browser, I tend to use Google Chrome, but you might use something else, no big deal. And I'm gonna go to fbchayden.com, which is our church's website. And that's gonna open up. And then I'm gonna go over here to the Watch button. And when I go to Watch, I'm not really sure what that's about. There it goes. But this right up here at the top is connected to our live streaming service that we use called Boxcast. And right in this window right here at Sunday morning, whenever our stream starts, you will find it right here. It'll be showing live right there. And you should be able to click down in the right-hand corner once it's showing, and it will show up full screen. Also over here, you can see that there's some past previous things. If you wanted to go back, you can even go over here to next page and next page and next page and see previous things there, all stored on Boxcast. Now, Boxcast also is streaming to YouTube. And so also on the same page, if you scroll down, I've embedded our YouTube videos from our YouTube channel. And so you could also look through all of these and see. Some of you have said, hey, I missed this and I want to watch it. Here are the 2 choir songs that we had last week. Here's last week's service. Here's the Let's Talk that we did this past Wednesday night. Here's the Easter sunrise service. There's the Good Friday online service, so on and so forth. You can scroll back and find those. Now, what about those of you that want to watch it on YouTube? Well, let's go over here and click on YouTube. Open that up, and in the search engine, you're going to go up here and you're going to type FBC Hayden. You can do all one word, and you're going to do a little search. And when you're going to have several things, old videos that have been posted to YouTube, and you can see some different things. But what you're going to look for is this one right here. It says First Baptist Church of Hayden. And right now it only has 68 subscribers. So I would suggest you click on that and subscribe. We have 216 videos right now loaded on our YouTube channel. But if you click that right there, we'll take you to our YouTube channel, and this is what it looks like. FBC Hayden, and you scroll down, and these are some of our most recent videos, but you can also go over here and click on videos, and it will show you all of the videos that we've posted since we've had this YouTube channel, which it goes back pretty long ways. So just wanted to let you know that that was there. We would love for you to get on, and wherever, I'm not sure where that like button is, but I want you to click on the like button or the subscribe button, and make sure that you do that once you're on our channel. I think it's going to look a little different on yours because I am one of the managers or the editors for this channel. All right. Thanks. I hope this has been helpful. Sorry it went a little long, but if you've got any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to help you out as much as I can. Thanks. Bye-bye.